Did you know that the tea you're drinking right now could be silently damaging your kidneys even further? When my nephrologist told me I had stage 3 CKD, I thought I had to give up everything I loved, including my daily tea ritual. I spent weeks researching, reading conflicting advice online, and honestly, I was terrified. Some sources said all tea was dangerous for kidney patients because of oxalates. Others claimed certain teas could actually help. Here's where it gets interesting and controversial. While most kidney disease websites tell you to avoid tea completely, emerging research suggests that specific teas might actually support kidney function when chosen correctly. But here's what shocked me most. One nephrologist revealed a homemade tea recipe so powerful for kidney patients that studies compared it to metformin, the diabetes drug. And you can make it with just 4 simple kitchen ingredients. I'll reveal this number 1 doctor-recommended tea at the end of this video, but trust me, you need to understand why the other 6 teas matter first. Because choosing the wrong tea could spike your potassium or oxalate levels dangerously high. Before we dive into these 7 kidney-safe teas, drop a comment. What's your CKD stage? Current creatinine level? Where are you watching from? I'll personally answer every question. Let's start with number 7. Number 7. Moringa tea. Let me be direct with you. If you're a CKD patient struggling with high blood pressure or diabetes, the 2 leading causes of kidney disease, Moringa tea should be on your radar. Moringa is called the miracle tree for a reason, and the science backs this up. What sets Moringa apart from other teas is its exceptional nutrient density. Moringa leaves contain over 90 different nutrients and 46 types of antioxidants, but for kidney patients specifically, 3 compounds deserve your attention: quercetin, chlorogenic acid, and isothiocyanates. These powerful antioxidants work synergistically to reduce oxidative stress, the cellular damage that accelerates kidney decline and pushes you toward dialysis faster. Now, I know you've probably heard health claims about countless superfoods before, so let me show you the actual research. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food followed participants who consumed 8 grams of Moringa powder daily for 40 days. The results? A 13.5% reduction in fasting blood sugar levels. That's significant when you consider that high blood sugar directly damages the tiny filters in your kidneys called nephrons, destroying them one by one. But it doesn't stop there. Another clinical trial in phytotherapy research demonstrated that Moringa reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 10 millimeters of mercury in just 3 months. Think about what that means. Lower blood pressure translates to less strain on your already compromised kidneys, giving them a fighting chance to stabilize. So how does this actually work at the cellular level? Moringa's isothiocyanates trigger something called the NRF2 pathway in your cells. Think of NRF2 as your body's master antioxidant switch. When activated, it signals your cells to produce more natural protective enzymes that shield your kidney tissue from inflammation and oxidative damage, essentially creating an internal defense system. But here's the critical mistake most people make when drinking Moringa tea, and it's costing them up to 70% of the benefits. Quercetin, one of Moringa's most powerful antioxidants, is fat-soluble. If you drink Moringa tea alone, you're only absorbing about 20 to 30% of its therapeutic compounds. The solution is simple but game-changing. Add a teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil to your tea, plus a pinch of black pepper. The healthy fat increases quercetin absorption by up to 300%, while black pepper contains piperine, which boosts bioavailability even further. For optimal results, use 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried Moringa leaves per cup, steeped in hot, Not boiling, water for 5 to 7 minutes. Drink 1 to 2 cups daily, preferably morning and afternoon. Add that half teaspoon of coconut oil and tiny pinch of black pepper we discussed. You can sweeten with stevia or a small amount of raw honey if needed. One important caution: start with just 1 cup daily and monitor your blood sugar and blood pressure closely, because Moringa can be surprisingly effective. If you're on diabetes or hypertension medications, track your numbers carefully. You may actually need to adjust your medication dosage downward with your doctor's guidance. Now let's move to tea number 6. Number 6. Dandelion leaf and root tea. If you're waking up with swollen ankles, puffy eyes, or that uncomfortable bloated feeling that comes with kidney disease, this next tea might be exactly what you need. But I need to be completely honest with you up front. This one comes with an important warning we'll discuss in a moment. Dandelion tea has been used medicinally for over 2,000 years, but modern science has finally caught up to explain why it works so effectively for kidney patients. Both the leaves and roots contain powerful bioactive compounds including teroxasterol, chicoic acid, and sesquiterpene lactones that act as natural diuretics, helping your body eliminate excess fluid without the harsh side effects of pharmaceutical water pills. What makes dandelion particularly valuable for CKD patients is its dual action. A 2009 study published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine found that dandelion extract increased urination frequency by 47% within just 5 hours of consumption. But unlike synthetic diuretics like Lasix that can deplete essential minerals, dandelion actually provides nutrients while removing excess water. This is crucial when your kidneys are struggling to maintain proper fluid balance. Beyond fluid management, dandelion delivers surprising metabolic benefits. Research in Molecules Journal demonstrated that dandelion root extract improved insulin sensitivity by 23% and reduced blood glucose spikes by up to 18% in diabetic subjects. The mechanism? Dandelion contains chlorogenic acid and chicoic acid, which slow down the digestion of carbohydrates and improve how your cells respond to insulin. For kidney patients where diabetes is often the underlying cause, this is significant. Dandelion also supports blood pressure control through a completely natural mechanism. When your body releases excess sodium through increased urination, blood pressure naturally decreases. A clinical study showed participants drinking dandelion tea 3 times daily experienced an average 8 to 12 millimeters of mercury reduction in systolic pressure within 2 weeks. Now here's the critical warning I mentioned: dandelion is rich in potassium. While this is beneficial for people with normal kidney function, if your lab work shows elevated potassium levels, typically above 5.0 milliequivalent/L, this tea could push you into the dangerous zone. Hyperkalemia can cause irregular heartbeats and even cardiac arrest. So before trying dandelion tea, check your most recent potassium levels with your nephrologist. If your potassium is within safe range, use 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried dandelion leaf or root per cup, steeped for 8 to 10 minutes. Start with 1 cup daily in the morning, and monitor how your body responds. You can gradually increase to 2 to 3 cups if tolerated well. But what if you can't use dandelion because of high potassium? Don't worry, tea number 5 offers powerful anti-inflammatory benefits without the potassium concern, and it might just be the most researched combination for kidney disease. Number 5. Ginger and turmeric tea. Here's something fascinating that most kidney patients don't realize: chronic inflammation is silently destroying your kidney tissue right now, even as we speak. Every single day, inflammatory molecules called cytokines are attacking your nephrons. But what if two simple roots sitting in your kitchen could interrupt this destructive cycle? Ginger and turmeric together create what researchers call a synergistic anti-inflammatory effect, meaning they work better together than separately. The star compound here is curcumin from turmeric, and the science behind it is remarkable. A 2020 study in BMC Nephrology followed CKD patients who supplemented with curcumin for 12 weeks. The results were striking. Participants experienced a 28% reduction in proteinuria. That's the protein leaking into your urine that signals kidney damage. Less protein in urine means your kidney filters are healing, not deteriorating. But curcumin does something even more impressive at the cellular level. It blocks an inflammatory pathway called NF-kappa B, which is like the master switch for inflammation in your body. When NF-kappa B is activated, it triggers the release of dozens of inflammatory chemicals that damage kidney tissue. Curcumin essentially turns off this switch, giving your kidneys a chance to recover. Ginger adds its own punch through compounds called gingerols and shogales. Research published in Nutrients showed that ginger reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 6.4 millimeters of mercury, and here's why that matters. Every point you lower your blood pressure reduces your risk of kidney failure progression by approximately 3 to 5%. Now, here's the absorption secret that makes or breaks this tea's effectiveness. Curcumin is notoriously poorly absorbed. Your body only absorbs about 1% of the curcumin you consume. But add just a pinch of black pepper, and absorption skyrockets by 2,000%. That's not a typo. 20 times more curcumin enters your bloodstream when combined with piperine from black pepper. To prepare, use a 1-inch piece of fresh ginger and 1-inch piece of fresh turmeric root, or 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, steeped in hot water for 10 minutes. Add a generous pinch of black pepper and a teaspoon of coconut oil for maximum absorption. Drink 1 to 2 cups daily. But inflammation isn't the only enemy. Tea number 4 tackles something kidney patients struggle with constantly, and it's probably affecting you right now without you even knowing. Number 4. Peppermint tea. Have you ever wondered why so many kidney patients also struggle with recurring urinary tract infections? Or why your blood sugar seems harder to control as your kidney function declines? The answer lies in a vicious cycle that peppermint tea can help break, and the mechanism is more fascinating than you might think. Peppermint contains a powerful compound called menthol, which makes up about 40% of peppermint oil. But menthol doesn't just create that cooling sensation, it fundamentally changes how your cells behave. A 2019 study in European Journal of Nutrition revealed something remarkable. Participants who consumed peppermint extract for 12 weeks showed a 19% improvement in insulin sensitivity. That means their cells became significantly better at using insulin to absorb glucose from the bloodstream. Why does this matter for kidney patients? Because insulin resistance creates a cascade of problems. When your cells resist insulin, your pancreas pumps out more and more insulin to compensate. This excess insulin triggers inflammation, raises blood pressure, and accelerates kidney damage. By improving insulin sensitivity, peppermint helps break this destructive cycle at its root. But here's where peppermint becomes especially valuable for CKD patients: its antibacterial properties. Kidney disease makes you more susceptible to urinary tract infections because your immune system is compromised and urine may not flow as efficiently. Research published in Phytotherapy Research demonstrated that menthol and rosmarinic acid in peppermint exhibited strong antibacterial activity against E. coli, the bacteria responsible for over 80% of UTIs. In the study, peppermint extract inhibited bacterial growth by up to 78%. Peppermint also acts as a gentle, natural diuretic without the harsh potassium-depleting effects of pharmaceutical options. It helps your body eliminate excess sodium in water, which naturally supports blood pressure reduction. A clinical trial showed regular peppermint tea consumption contributed to an average 4 to 6 millimeters of mercury decrease in systolic blood pressure over 8 weeks. The beauty of peppermint tea is its simplicity and accessibility. You can use either commercial tea bags or fresh peppermint leaves, both work effectively. If using fresh leaves, use about 7 to 10 leaves per cup. For dried peppermint, use 1 to 2 teaspoons. Steep in hot water for 5 to 7 minutes to extract maximum compounds. Drink 2 to 3 cups daily, preferably between meals for optimal insulin sensitizing effects. Peppermint is incredibly safe with virtually no side effects for most kidney patients, making it an easy addition to your daily routine. But what if I told you that tea number 3 can lower your blood pressure so effectively that some studies compared it to prescription medications, and it comes from a flower you've probably seen 100 times? Number 3. Hibiscus tea. Let's talk about the single most important thing you can do to slow down kidney disease progression: control your blood pressure. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. If your blood pressure stays elevated, your kidneys will continue deteriorating no matter what else you do. The good news? Hibiscus tea might be as effective as some blood pressure medications, and I have the research to prove it. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Nutrition compared hibiscus tea directly against the blood pressure drug captopril in hypertensive patients. The results shocked the medical community. Participants who drank hibiscus tea experienced an average reduction of 15.6 millimeters of mercury in systolic pressure and 9.7 millimeters of mercury in diastolic pressure over 6 weeks. The captopril group? Their numbers were nearly identical. Think about that, a simple flower tea performing on par with prescription medication. But how does hibiscus actually work? The secret lies in anthocyanins and organic acids like hibiscus acid and citric acid. These compounds act as natural ACE inhibitors, the same mechanism used by popular blood pressure drugs like lisinopril and enalapril. They block the enzyme that constricts your blood vessels, allowing them to relax and widen. Wider blood vessels mean lower pressure, which means less force hammering against your already damaged kidney filters. Here's what makes this critically important for kidney patients. A meta-analysis in nephrology dialysis transplantation found that every 10 millimeters of mercury reduction in systolic blood pressure decreased the risk of kidney disease progression by 20%. When you're consistently drinking hibiscus tea and dropping your pressure by 15 millimeters of mercury or more, you're potentially cutting your progression risk nearly in half. There's an additional benefit most people miss. Lower blood pressure directly correlates with lower creatinine levels. When your kidneys aren't working against high pressure, they function more efficiently, and creatinine, that waste product your kidneys struggle to filter, starts coming down. Multiple patient reports show creatinine reductions of 0.3 to 0.8 milligrams per deciliter after 3 to 6 months of consistent blood pressure control. For maximum effectiveness, use 1.5 to 2 teaspoons of dried hibiscus flowers per cup. Steep in boiling water for 5 to 10 minutes. The longer steep extracts more anthocyanins. Drink 2 to 3 cups daily, preferably 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. You can drink it hot or cold, both are equally effective. Important note: if you're already on blood pressure medication, monitor your numbers closely. Hibiscus can work so well that you may need to adjust your medication dosage with your doctor to avoid going too low. Blood pressure control is crucial, but tea number 2 adds something even more powerful to your kidney protection arsenal: and when combined with one simple kitchen ingredient, its antioxidant absorption increases by 500%. Number 2. Green tea. I'll never forget the conversation I had with a nephrologist in Okinawa, Japan, a region with some of the lowest kidney disease rates in the world. When I asked him what his patients did differently, he smiled and pointed to his cup of green tea. "We've been drinking this for thousands of years," he said. "Your modern research is just now catching up to what we've always known." He was right. Green tea contains a superstar antioxidant called EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, and it's one of the most studied compounds in kidney research. A 2022 study published in Kidney International Reports followed over 14,000 participants for 8 years and found something remarkable. Those who drank green tea regularly had a 26% lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease compared to non-tea drinkers. But the benefits go far deeper than just prevention. EGCG works by neutralizing free radicals, those unstable molecules that cause oxidative stress and damage your kidney cells. Think of free radicals like rust slowly corroding metal. EGCG acts as a protective coating that stops the rusting process. Research in molecular nutrition and food research showed that EGCG reduced oxidative stress markers in kidney tissue by up to 38% in animal models of CKD. For kidney patients specifically dealing with diabetes, green tea offers powerful metabolic benefits. A meta-analysis of 17 clinical trials found that regular green tea consumption reduced fasting blood glucose by an average of 9.8 mg per deciliter and improved HbA1c by 0.3%. That might sound small, but over months and years, this level of blood sugar control significantly slows diabetic kidney damage. Green tea also supports cardiovascular health, critical since heart disease is the leading cause of death in kidney patients. Studies show EGCG improves endothelial function, reduces LDL cholesterol by 5 to 7%, and helps prevent arterial plaque buildup. But here's the absorption secret that changes everything. Your body only absorbs about 20% of EGCG when you drink green tea alone. Add fresh lemon juice, just half a lemon squeezed into your tea, and absorption jumps by 500%. The vitamin C in lemon stabilizes EGCG molecules in your digestive system, allowing far more to enter your bloodstream. Brew green tea at 160 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, not boiling, for 3 to 5 minutes using 1 teaspoon of loose leaves or 1 tea bag. Drink 2 to 3 cups daily with fresh lemon juice added after brewing. Best consumed between meals for optimal antioxidant absorption. Green tea is powerful, but it's not number 1 on this list. That spot is reserved for a tea so potent that doctors have compared it to prescription diabetes medication, and you can make it in your kitchen with 4 simple ingredients. Number 1. Garlic and ginger tea. Here it is, the homemade tea that nephrologists are quietly recommending to their most motivated patients. This isn't something you'll find on store shelves, and that's actually the point. The most powerful medicine for kidney disease often comes from your own kitchen, not a pharmacy. Garlic and ginger tea combines 2 of the most researched therapeutic foods on the planet, and when prepared correctly, it creates a synergistic effect that targets every major risk factor for kidney disease progression: high blood pressure, elevated blood sugar, inflammation, and cholesterol. Let's start with garlic, because the research here is absolutely compelling. A 2020 meta-analysis in Experimental and Therapeutic Medicine compared aged garlic extract to metformin, the first-line diabetes drug, in controlling blood glucose. The results? Garlic reduced fasting blood sugar by an average of 15 to 17 mg/dl, nearly matching metformin's effectiveness. But unlike metformin, garlic has zero negative impact on your kidneys and actually provides protective benefits. Garlic works through a compound called allicin, which is only activated when garlic is crushed or chopped and allowed to rest. This is critical. If you skip this step, you lose up to 90% of the medicinal power. Allicin acts as a natural ACE inhibitor, relaxing blood vessels and reducing blood pressure. Clinical trials show regular garlic consumption lowers systolic pressure by 8 to 12 mm of mercury and diastolic by 5 to 9 mm of mercury. Ginger amplifies these effects through gingerols and shogales, which reduce inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein by up to 28%. Lower inflammation means less kidney tissue damage and slower disease progression. Here's the exact recipe nephrologists recommend. Take 4 cloves of fresh garlic, chop or crush them, then let them rest for exactly 10 minutes. This activates the allicin. Add a 1-inch piece of fresh ginger, about 3 to 4 grams, the juice of 3 fresh lemons, and a half teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. Pour 4 cups of water over everything and bring to a gentle simmer, not a rolling boil, for 15 minutes. Strain and drink throughout the day, either warm or at room temperature. The lemon juice serves a dual purpose. It alkalizes your system, helping reduce kidney acid load, and provides vitamin C that enhances the bioavailability of garlic's compounds. The cinnamon adds blood sugar control, with studies showing it can reduce fasting glucose by an additional 10 to 15 mg/dl. Start with half the recipe daily for the first week to assess tolerance, then increase to the full amount. Drink this tea at least 30 minutes before meals for maximum blood sugar control benefits. This is as close to a miracle kidney tea as science has validated: simple, powerful, and completely natural. So there you have it, 7 kidney-safe teas that can genuinely support your kidney health journey, backed by real science, not just marketing hype. From Moringa's powerful antioxidants to that doctor-recommended garlic and ginger recipe, you now have evidence-based tools to help slow disease progression naturally. But here's what I need you to understand: these teas aren't magic bullets. They work best when combined with your prescribed medications, proper diet, and regular monitoring with your nephrologist. Always check your latest lab results, especially potassium levels, before adding new teas to your routine, and never stop your medications without medical supervision. Now it's your turn to take action. Pick one tea from this list, just one, and commit to trying it consistently for the next 30 days. Track your blood pressure, blood sugar, or how you feel. Then come back and share your results in the comments. I read every single one, and your experience could help thousands of other kidney patients watching this. If this video helped you, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next video where I'll reveal the 5 foods that are silently destroying your kidneys, even the ones your doctor might have told you were healthy. Drop your questions below. What's your current GFR? Which tea will you try first? I'll answer as many as I can. Until next time, take care of those kidneys, they're the only pair you've got. I'll see you in the next one.